I have the privilege and the honor of serving as the director of the Wheeler Foundation, the F.W. Bert and Mae Wheeler Foundation. This is a foundation that was created by a wonderful couple for the benefit of many charitable causes. One of those charitable causes, of course, is Blinn College. They have been very fond of Blinn College for many years, mainly the nursing programs. In the future, many of you will know more about Mr. and Mrs. Wheeler, but I'll give you a quick synopsis of who they were. They were very prominent Houstonians for many years. Mr. Wheeler was in the beverage business and he was in the real estate business. Much of the real estate is in Brazos County. They were not only very prominent financially, but they were very prominent socially. Mrs. Wheeler not only was a beautifully attired lady, a beautiful person in every respect, but in addition to that, my wife and I gave her a poodle puppy. She named her Sugar. And the only thing that may have outdone Mrs. Wheeler's clothes in her closet was Sugar's clothes in her closet. Another thing that a lot of people are not aware of Mrs. Wheeler is that she enjoyed horse racing. We have a thoroughbred racing operation I have had since 1995, but I chose to name one of the top fillies that we have, Mae after Mrs. Wheeler. And I'm pleased to report that next year in the Kentucky Oaks, the day before the Derby, you may see Mae on national television.
My initial familiarity came through my friendship with Forrest Wheeler, also known to the world as Bert Wheeler. And Bert was honestly one of the most remarkable people I've ever met in my life. He truly was larger than life. And he had, starting with his intellect, he was extremely intelligent. He was somewhat eccentric, but not flamboyant. Mae was flamboyant, and he let her take the lead on that. But to really understand Bert and how remarkable his life was, I think we could start at the beginning, because Bert Wheeler was born shortly before the turn of the 19th century as a foundling child in Louisiana. And so he truly was, from the very beginning of his life, his own sole witness. In his mid-teens, by his own report to me, he ran away from the orphanage and joined a flying circus and learned to fly and wing walk and do all of the things that happen in that environment. And then later flew biplanes at the very end of World War I. He truly was interested in everything he saw, and a great intellect, a great individual, a remarkable person. And together they made a storybook line. And we love them, and we're very proud to introduce them to the community, for those who don't already know their history.
I am deeply grateful for the opportunity to have worked for them, with them, beside them, and I'm deeply honored that I am on this board of directors. Mrs. Wheeler is the reason that I'm on this board of directors, and it's a real honor, and I'm delighted to facilitate the way that the foundation carries out the wishes of Mr. and Mrs. Wheeler.
Being a director of the Wheeler Foundation carries great importance. We have been placed responsible for the Wheelers' life's work, because the vast majority of their life's work will be within the Wheeler Foundation. Long before the foundation became prominent, Mrs. Wheeler herself chose to gift Blinn College nursing program funds. Those funds were dedicated for the dormitory that houses the nursing students. And in addition to that, last year the foundation gifted $100,000 to Blinn, specifically to be used for scholarships within the nursing program. As we go forward, hopefully the nursing program will continue to be a focus of the foundation. Thank you all for being present, honoring Mr. and Mrs. Ellison and Mr. and Mrs. Wheeler.